he wasn't, because he's only been getting ready for 10 minutes.
Are we ready?
20 minutes. It actually was a half hour.
Do you like the helmet?
I mean, it's not bad, but it kind of looks like
that child built it?
Like me or you made it?
Me or you made it?
Yeah.
I would like to think that you or I would make a better helmet than that.
You know what? I think looking at the construction and probably the timeline that we would have to make it, I don't know if I would have done as clean as welds as that. But
I don't know why they welded that at all. I think that was their first. They're like, let's weld this. And they're like, okay, that shit's not going to work at all. Let's rivet this.
Let's rivet, yeah.
There's these dudes I get stuff from. I don't know. I think they break into little kids' rooms and get it because there's a lot of like super cool craft projects, like maybe a science project or something. I feel like this was child made.
Yeah, maybe.
Like that big T-Rex head upstairs. The really big one, it's made of cardboard, but you don't know it until you get up and start fucking with it. It looks like it's made of plastic, or maybe it was 3D printed 100 years ago, but definitely like a science project. These guys, I think they break into children's rooms and steal their hopes and dreams, and then I'm able to buy some of them occasionally. What do you think of the rabbits? I mean, Easter's coming, I'm prepping.
Yeah, I mean, Easter is coming. I think they're pretty creepy because some of them don't have noses, and him stitching their mouth shut.
They have an odd smell.
See, well, that's because they were probably... I wonder what they're full of.
I think they're full of fucking newspaper.
Maybe? Yeah.
Maybe they're full of empty plastic bottles.
Yeah, it could
They sound
be.
like water bottles.
Could be.
If you had like a bottle full of piss, you could probably hide your piss bottle inside.
Oh, that would be cool. Like a cup holder.
I got you something.
I don't believe you got me something. What is it? Let me guess. Walrus penis.
You want one? I have two.
What? What's going on there? It's pretty... Uh-oh. It looks like McNair. Look at that.
Who's McNair?
Or McNally, or the company that makes those.
Rand McNally?
Where'd you find that?
How's this guy's ghillie suit go on?
It's supposed to be like that.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's very cool.
Do you have one?
I do.
I told you. It's going to go in. I told you. I see cool shit. I want to get Jeff all the time. And I know one day I'll go over to his house and there'll be a pile of all the shit that, like, he brings it home and Gina just puts it in a corner.
No. I have my own room. This guy will go with the...
The motherfucker has 4 of his own rooms.
He'll go in there with the other snipers.
You have a whole set of those?
No.
Do you have that one?
I only have one more of these.
Is it that one?
It is. Yeah, they only make this one. Well, I take it back. There is an African American version of this guy.
Would you like me to make a real ghillie suit for that?
No. This is
you probably already have one, don't you?
This is as ghillie as it needs to be, right here. Yeah.
Jeff won't tell you if you want a custom ghillie suit made. Jeff does them. And if you have a G.I. Joe doll or any of the Peanuts, any Charlie Brown, he makes big head ghillie suits.
I make big head ghillie suits. And if you come to any of James Yeager's bullpup classes or 1911 classes, I actually give a ghillie suit out to the winner of that class. Whoever the high shooter is, I give a ghillie suit away for that.
He also makes a mean Monster Energy ghillie koozie. So if you want a ghillie koozie for any of your tall boys, he has that.
I do.
What do you think of this?
It's pretty good. What's it going to be on though?
I think for Friday the 13th, I think we're going to do zippered knife pouches.
Zippered knife pouches? That's a good thing for a zippered knife pouch.
Yeah, zippered knife pouch. Maybe tool bag.
Tool bag?
Maybe a tool bag. Maybe a third item. I don't know. Maybe a double wide crossbody or BBs. Just, I don't know. Maybe we'll just do these as patches. Then they can put them on whatever
they want. Yeah.
So over the weekend, I made some changes to our fupa. It still will run as a chest rig or a waist pack, but we have a version. It is not on the website yet, and it is a dangler. So you can run it on armor, cummerbund shit. That's all extra. And then, oh, I see that we're closing these and there's no grommets in them yet. They're going to have 4 grommets in the bottom, and they will have...
Why are we putting 4 grommets in the bottom? So that water can drain out of them?
Tourniquets.
So you can put tourniquets on the bottom of it.
You could put a water bottle. You can put your water bottle.
Oh, you could put your bicycle water bottle on there, or a bicycle pump.
Inner tube. You can put an inner tube down there. Inner tube and bicycle pump. Whatever you want. You can just run some bungee kits through there. single or quads, so you can run tourniquets, whatever you want down there. Will fit down there now. We're actually adding that into the majority of our stuff. We'll have that. Dual zipper pulls, because our boy Neil, super genius crybaby that he is, he said, even after 30 years, he's like, when I go, and I get it, he's like, when I go to cross draw this, when I go to rip this open, sometimes I get this. Well, the fix has always been just tuck that inside, you know? But now we're going to put 2 zipper pulls on here, so that you can put those to one side and your monkey paw, monkey fist, camel toe, whatever you got right there.
Camel toe,
Right
for
there.
the camel toe.
And then standard size and XL or 2.0. And really what it is it's the exact same thing as our normal FUPA, 2 inches wider. So you could put a Mark 23 SOCOM pistol in there.
Deagle.
You could put your Deagle, only if it's gold plated.
Well, I mean, that's the only reason why we need them, is because of the Deagle. I see 2 big flaws with this bag right here. I mean, the
No, I
Deagle.
already have it. You can't see it.
There's 2 big flaws with this bag. One, it's in the wrong color.
No, I have it sitting out there. There's Marpad
There's
out
just
there.
no way.
I
Marpad.
built one for you this weekend.
And 2, the other problem is, I don't own any of this inferior gear that requires you to have a Velcro here. I don't own any of that. You know, that Hollywood 3 mag.
He means modern.
That Hollywood 3 mag. You know, running through the woods.
Well, I realize all your armor, they didn't have Velcro when they made your armor.
We didn't need Velcro.
Because it didn't exist in Vietnam.
I'm just saying, you know, all this fancy.
Hey,
I have to
listen, check
attach.
it out.
I have
If
to
you bring-
Velcro another pocket to my gear because the gear I bought didn't have enough pockets on it.
If you bring me some of your issue gear, you know, the canvas stuff that had
Yeah, gotcha.
the thing, and
Yeah.
some coat hangers. They have to be brass coat hangers.
Why brass? So they won't rust?
Because that's what they're. Because I can't do it with plastic ones.
Okay, all right.
Bring me some of your brass coat hangers and some of your canvas gear, and I'll cut it apart and make some modern gear with your old fucking crap.
Any gear that I have that is old is made out of nylon that came out of your shop.
Justin sent me. Actually, I'm not going to say it. Number 1, because I don't remember what it is, and number 2, I don't want to tell you before I'm able to go buy it. Justin sent me a link to a website that has a pair of trousers that the OSS, the original SOE guys, Special Operations Executives or whatever, used. And it's like museum shit, and you can buy this stuff. This pair of pants, it has like the letter from the dude that was writing. It shows him kissing his fucking chick on the tarmac goodbye, getting in the plane. Like I don't know how the fuck this isn't in a museum, but it has all the lineage and everything with it.
For the pants.
They want $1,200. They're badass, dude. They have a fucking knife in them. They're like,
Are we gonna make? Are we gonna
they're
make
like,
these pants?
they're like if Katanica made pants in World War II.
Katanica World War II pants.
That's what these look like. But they had some cool shit in there. Like I'm like, holy shit, Jeff would like this. Holy shit, Jeff would like this.
It's probably a really bitchin' camouflage pattern too, or
Yeah,
is it all green?
No, it's a camo pattern.
Yeah.
Almost like a faded smeared fleck tarn, like a German
yeah.
kind of.
They did the OSS and all those. Whenever the, I guess they weren't at the time, but whenever the intelligence agency or the special forces of World War II, whenever those guys like jumped into Europe, they were always wearing some weird ass bitchin' camouflage that nobody else got to use.
Picture Jason masks made of canvas
Okay.
with itty bitty eyes. 1950 Air Force Arctic masks.
Oh yeah.
So you get issued these things, and you have to cut your own holes in for the eyes. So they're crazy looking, and they're $85 a piece, and they have 10 of them. I think we should get all of them.
And then what are we gonna do? Are we gonna go to the Arctic?
Just no, we'll make videos and shit with them. We'll have like our own Jason masks.
Because
They're
I want to.
fucking crazy looking.
I want to just leave work one day and fly to Greenland.
I don't think you can just fly to Greenland.
I think we can. Walter Mitty did it,
Hang
and I
gliders?
really think that it would be cool to just fly to Greenland, and then we have to catch a fishing boat to Iceland.
New Zealand would be a lot more fun.
I don't know. Greenland looks pretty fun. They have drunk helicopter pilots. I was just thinking about Greenland because there's so few people on Greenland. The population is so low that there are things that people do in Greenland that here in the United States you'd go, wow, you're going to get in so much trouble. But when there's nobody to report to, there's nobody to report to.
Is there girls there?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think Greenland I think you got to go to Iceland for girls.
Do they still harpoon whales there?
Oh, I'm sure they still harpoon whales there. I'll bet they still club seals there.
I would like to club a seal.
At least seals.
I'd like to kill the walrus and then get the U6 to club the seal.
That would be kind of.
And then use the seal bones to make the spear to harpoon the whale.
That would be baller.
What'd you do this weekend?
I went to Sam's Club, or not Sam's Club. I went to Costco and
Okay,
wrestled
so
people
what's
for
your
toilet paper.
what's your after actions report? What did you find? I went to Sam's Club also. I went
to Costco in Nashville, and that's exactly what happened. So went to Costco in Nashville.
So I've been told by 3 of our engineers, who all 3 have not fixed that.
Fixed it. I went to Costco, and it was not as crowded as I thought it would be. It seemed light. Actually, I was like, hey, there's not a lot of people here, so people aren't freaking out. So we're doing our shopping and buying things and stuff, and I can hear some people doing like a CDC list. Like they're like, oh, we got to get water, and we got to. Some people are talking about it, but it wasn't that big of a deal. But then when we got to the toilet paper section,
those look fucking good.
People were fighting for fucking toilet paper. Apparently, the only what's that brand they have?
Kirkland.
Yeah, the only brand toilet paper that you can use in some sort of disaster situation is the Kirkland brand toilet paper. Because all the other toilet papers were there. But they were like, we are out of Kirkland toilet paper. And people were like, throwing fucking water bottles at them and shit. It was crazy.
But could you imagine if you had good toilet paper in a situation where you could actually barter toilet paper?
Yeah, that's why I always
the
go
value,
with
the value of the 3-ply toilet paper.
The 3-ply quilted Norman.
Because when you buy shitty toilet paper, right? They say it's 2-ply, and it is, but it's super thin 2-ply. And then when you're wiping your ass, those 2 plies come apart, and your finger can fit through there, and you get shit on your finger if you're not careful with it. When you use the Super Charmin, it's bigger, 2 pieces, just 2 squares. You can wipe your ass, your finger doesn't go through. You can then fold the toilet paper, wipe your ass again. You can actually wipe your ass 3 times with 2 sheets of good toilet paper. You have to practice that, because why are you storing toilet paper? For when you don't have it. So if you started properly wiping your ass now, plus in a septic tank it's less. If you're buying toilet paper, it's less. It's actually cheaper to use better toilet paper.
It does tend to clog the toilet a lot faster, though.
Well, that's why you get 3 wipes out of 2 squares.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Well, I mean, it does, because
unless you have females in your house.
If you want to know, if you really want to practice with toilet paper, if you are out there and you're like, hey man, end is coming, I need to practice with toilet paper. Go online. Probably eBay would be your best solution for this, and get MRE toilet paper. If you can take a shit and properly clean yourself with MRE toilet paper, you are at a toilet paper level that's pretty up there. I mean, it's levitation, Buddha shit. If
you are wiping your ass right, you can spit on the toilet paper, and it will clean your ass better. You will use way less toilet paper. Like I don't know why. I've never, like, everybody's so, we got to stock this, we got to stock that, we got to have this toilet paper, but nobody has like a good fucking class on taking a shit. So if you fucking wipe your ass, fold the toilet paper, spit on it, wipe your ass again, it cleans your ass a lot faster. The other thing too with that, I just forgot what I was going to say. Literally that fast. I had another fucking toilet paper thing.
Oh man, it's toilet paper. There's a whole, you go on a whole thing on toilet paper. But
man,
yeah, save toilet paper, because if you got to use if you're if at the end of times come and you're in the local library crumpling up fucking pieces of the Encyclopedia Britannica and wiping your ass with it, it's gonna be a fucking rough day. Here's
the other thing: if it's you and your wife or your kids or whatever, take all the fucking toilet paper away where nobody can get it, and for a couple weeks or a month or 2, issue the toilet paper out. When they need a new roll, make them bring you the spent roll back. Give them a new one. The reason you're doing this, put a date on the inside. You can write right inside there the date that you handed them that toilet paper. You will know how much toilet paper is being used in your house. Take all those fucking rolls and write how many days are on it on the outside. Put them in a 5-gallon bucket. Add that shit up. You will know on average what toilet paper you're using. And what you will find is that your woman literally goes through 10 times more toilet paper than a dude does. Whether it's fucking daughters in the house compared to boys, you compared to your woman, whatever it is. Write that date in there. and then you will have some kind of idea. Because until you do that, you're just guessing as to how much toilet paper you're using. You have no fucking idea how much toilet paper you use. The other thing with toilet paper, I know it's a nice convenience to use fucking little, rolls of toilet paper. You will cut your toilet paper fucking 2/3. You will throw fucking 65% of your toilet paper cost away if you go to the industrial 10-inch, 12-inch size toilet paper rolls. And you can buy those on Amazon. You just look up industrial toilet paper, and you can buy the thing if you need to fucking screw it onto the wall like the gas station has. We don't use that. We just fucking set it by the thing. Your toilet paper, you will cut your toilet paper literally more than half doing that. Just
price-wise.
Yeah, and it comes in a fucking box. They come 8 rolls or 6 rolls to a box, and you can buy different qualities of it. Some of it's just 2 layers that are kind of in there, and if you're not careful when you grab it, you only grab 1 layer of it and it pulls off. Some of them, they rolled over it with something that's dimpled. Some of it's quilted so that it doesn't come apart. Just like shitty toilet paper and good toilet paper on the small rolls, that applies to the big stuff. But you'll cut your price way less than half just going to the industrial rolls. The question was, why doesn't everybody just leave California like we did?
There's 2 reasons to stay in California. If you are poor, there is a safety net that will allow you to live comfortably like no other state. So you can go from all the different programs to live well in California.
Poor by choice, for the most part.
Yeah, poor by choice. And if you are rich, and when I mean rich, I mean rich. If you are rich, California is also a great state to be. Because the Democrats have done everything they can, and this is just Democrats, they've done everything they can to segregate the wealthy from the poor. So if you go to San Francisco, and when you go to San Francisco and you see people shitting on the streets, those aren't the streets that the wealthy of San Francisco live on. They've segregated them. This is the thing that most Democrats, let's say middle class and poor Democrats don't understand. If you want to know what the future is beholden with Democrats in charge, it's Elysium. The Democrats are going to move as far away from the country as they can while still forcing them to labor under their power. The Democratic Party, the Democratic Party, their sole thing that all of them are talking about right now is they're railing against millionaires and billionaires.
It's the Hunger Games.
There are more billionaires that are Democrats than any other demographic. They're railing against themselves. It is exactly like the Hunger Games. They're telling you bullshit, so you go out and fucking run the streets for Bernie Sanders when you don't even realize that it's the Democrats who are running all that shit.
Because we're going to tax everything over $120,000 or $5 million, whatever they said, right? It doesn't matter because they don't have any money. The corporations and the businesses that they have hold the money. They themselves are a corporation. They don't pay taxes. The object of a corporation is to spend its money so that it is not taxed. Those people that hold those companies, that money never passes to them. Those people writing those laws, they're not getting taxed on that shit. Everybody talking about Bezos and Amazon it's that situation right there. They're not going to pay any of that money. They're not going to lose anything.
And he's a Democrat, by the way.
All of them are.
So here's the other thing that you probably don't pay attention to, all my little Bernie Sanders fans, is go back to 2000, I don't know, let's go back to 2016. Listen to Bernie Sanders' speeches. Bernie Sanders says, we're going to tax the millionaires and billionaires. Millionaires and billionaires.
There's a big difference in those two.
But now look at his speeches. Listen to what he's saying now. He doesn't include millionaires in there anymore. It's just the billionaires that he's after. Why is that? Well, because Bernie Sanders is a millionaire now. That is why Bernie Sanders doesn't want to tax millionaires.
And the whole thing about California, if you're poor by choice, you can live comfortably in California. Think about that. If you are on a welfare system in or anywhere for that matter, right? If you're on welfare and you go get a second job, when you show some more income, they kick you off the welfare. So you don't ever have that place where you can really get ahead if you're on the welfare system without being cut from the tip 100%. The system is never to get you ahead. It is to keep you on the system, because if you try to get ahead where you don't need the system, they cut you off and penalize you and punish your family for that. Why? Because they want you on the system. Do you know you pay taxes on your welfare? They tax you for your welfare. Everybody on welfare pays taxes. Nobody's going to try to dodge that because it's electronic transfer. They're going to tax it, and then you want that money back at the end of the year that they stole from you, that you didn't earn anyways. So you're going to go and file your tax return. You're all above board. Somebody is fucking taking a part of all that money that they tax, all that tax money. It's just like the lottery for the school. Tell them, tell them.
So California, anytime, like right now, you guys are battling Prop 13 in California, where they're trying to they're trying to raise your property taxes in California, and they probably will, because they're just going to go around the voters like they always do. But Democrats always do two things. They say it's for the children. That's the big one. It's for the children. We're doing this for the children. And anytime you hear a Democrat say anything about children, you know it is 100% a lie.
Their kids don't commingle with your kids.
That money is not going to help children at all. And give you an example. So California was the first state to pass a state. Was it the first?
The lotto.
They're pretty close. It had to been. There may be in a couple others, but California has had a state lottery for a long time. And one of the things they said is the big reason why it passed was because they go, we're going to use that money. We're going to use lottery money for the kids. We'll use it and we'll put it into schools. We'll put it into schools. They said that for fucking years. We're going to put it into schools. We're going to put it into schools.
Why are they still selling bonds then?
Yeah, why are they still selling bonds? Well, what you didn't realize, because most people don't pay attention to anything that politicians are doing, but they're all slick as shit, is what they meant is for every dollar that the lottery put into schools, the state would not fund a dollar. So if you had $30 million allocated to the schools from the state, and then the lottery gave you $10 million, the schools didn't suddenly have $40 million. The state stole $10 million from the schools to line their own fucking pockets, and the schools still got $30 million. So the lottery helped no one except politicians lining their pockets. It's just like fucking that asshole Gavin Newsom just did with your tax money that you're paying on fuel. That money was supposed to go to roads. It's always been supposed to go to roads. But he just changed the law without your permission. He just changed the law. Where does that money now go? It goes into their general fund. That means Gavin Newsom can line his fucking pockets with the tax money from your fuel. It's all a fucking scam. They are all ripping you off. Democrat, I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican, it doesn't matter. Every fucking sitting member should be fired. We should start from scratch. It should be like goddamn jury duty. They should just be like, hey, sorry, Bill, you've been selected to be governor of California. Bill would probably do a hell of a lot better for the people of California than the fucking politicians that are running that place right now. Look at all your representatives right now for California. Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, Dianne Feinstein. What the fuck have any of those people done for this country in the last 50 years of politics? They're all blaming Donald Trump for the chaos that the country's in. And they have been running this country for 50 fucking years. It's all a scam and it's all bullshit. I don't know why you got me down this revolution here. But it's all fucking a scam.
Why are they selling bonds?
Because why do they have to sell bonds? Why does the city of Poway...
We lived pretty close to Poway.
Why does the city of Poway have $50 million worth of fucking junk bonds for schools when the lottery is supposed to be paying for all that, or the state of California, taxes?
How much of that's going to the retirement shit?
Oh my fucking God. Yeah, I mean, I actually feel sorry for people who are going to retire from California in the next
Firemen, police officers, teachers.
Because I guarantee you, within the next 10 years... they're going to declare bankruptcy and they're going to renegotiate all your fucking retirements. Now, fortunately for you, if you live in California and you're a firefighter or you're a fucking police officer, you got lucky. There's a big windfall with marijuana. Big windfall. But you know what? The problem is the system is corrupt, and those fucking politicians are going to figure out how to line their pockets with that marijuana money, and it's not going to go to the junk bonds that are covering your retirement. California's going to end up just like Chicago. One day you're going to get a fucking letter in the mail that's going to say, sorry, we've defaulted on these loans, we're declaring bankruptcy, and you're not getting your retirement check.
What happened?
Those people just don't get paid. That's it. You lose your retirement.
So they go get another job?
So they go get another job, yeah. They
Was
just don't
anybody
get paid.
drug out and fucking burned or fucking hung
No,
for that?
fuck no, hey, the beautiful thing about
It's not...
the beautiful
The
thing
people
about
in office right now,
Yeah.
it wasn't them.
the beautiful thing about Democrats is they never take responsibility for anything they do. I mean, look at Flint, Michigan. That's a Democratic city. It's been a Democratic city for almost 50 years. They have spent $0 to fix the problem. And everybody just keeps pointing fingers everywhere. Nobody's talking about the fact that they needed a Republican manager just to get that fucking city out of trouble. It's ridiculous.
Should we forgive the school loans?
No, hell no, we shouldn't forgive school loans.
Why?
Because you took those school loans on. You need to grow up, be an adult, pay your school loans. First off, the interest on those school loans is negligible. You know that you don't have to pay them off for 20 years, so you have been putting them off, hoping that Bernie Sanders or one of these other assholes will make other taxpayers slaves to your ignorant loans. You're supposed to be the smart ones. You went to college. You figure out how to fucking pay your debt. I have no sympathy for anybody who took out a college loan. Just like you should have no sympathy for every credit card that I have that has debt on it. You shouldn't have sympathy. The government shouldn't come in and bail out my fucking credit card or take care of my truck payment or take care of my home payment because I just feel like I can't pay it.
These people, all the people. So I went to Cal State Poly. I paid out of pocket to go to Cal State Poly while I was in Lompoc prison. I paid full price to go to fucking school. I didn't get any discounts. I didn't get shit. I paid full price, bought all the books, did everything while I was in there. So a person paying this debt that they want forgiven, what is the monthly payment on that?
It's nothing. It's
So if a
very
person went
minuscule.
20 years and didn't pay, are they calling it in? Like it's all due now. They're still letting them pay it by the month, right?
Yeah, because it's a government secured loan.
So most of the people we're talking about probably also have credit card debt, probably also have a mortgage, have a car payment. So it's not going to change anything in their life anyways.
No, it's not. But so here's the thing about it's one of those things that college loan debt.
It wouldn't even change their FICO
higher.
score.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. So here's the thing that you don't understand because you don't pay attention is the reason why you have all these people whining about their college debt is because of the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is the ones that guaranteed those loans to the government. They said, hey, how do we fucking spend more money and get more people on the government tit? We'll guarantee the loans for school so we can get more people in school. They didn't say, hey, let's get more doctors in school, let's get more engineers in school, let's get more fucking things that we can use. They just said, let's spend more money. So they guaranteed the loans. What did the schools do? The schools didn't pay the teachers more. No, the schools all created more infrastructure
Buildings
with more
and libraries
managers in order for them to charge you more money. So all those liberal teachers, to include Warren, who got $400,000 a year to teach one fucking class, all those teachers who were telling you down with the man and join Bernie, they're full of shit. They're full of fucking shit.
What's the appeal to Bernie Sanders? Why would people want to vote for him?
Oh, because people don't understand. Because people don't understand what it means to be a slave.
Who's this woman running for president? I've never
Which
fucking
one?
heard of her.
Klobuchar?
Yeah. So I saw a commercial from her last night, acting as though she's low income and homeless. She's like, I'll make it so that if you can't afford to live, we will help you live more comfortably. We'll forgive your debt. We have systems and programs for you. I'm one of you. Like she's literally out there like, pinky swear, fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's the problem with politicians in general. They try and they try and convince you that they're average, that they're just like you, and you know,
They hate you.
There are two or three of them. Well, I'll give you an example is AOC. She's technically the most close to one of us.
She was a bartender a couple years ago.
She's a goddamn bartender a couple years ago.
One by accident?
She's really the most close to us. And by the way, pay attention. If you're a liberal Democrat and you love Democrats, the Democrats are trying to get rid of AOC's seat. So guess who won't be there next term?
She's too pretty.
No, they're going to get rid of her.
Well, she's too pretty.
They're going to get. You know why they're going to get rid of her? Because she won't toe the line. Because she's not joined the fucking party of Pelosi, and she's caused way too much problems for the Democratic Party. So they're going to get rid of her.
I think she got in there and actually believed she was going to do what she was saying.
Oh yeah, I don't wish her any ill will because I think she's just. The problem is she's swimming up current, and the powerhouse that is running the Democratic Party, unfortunately, is very old. And they believe that, because Nancy Pelosi actually said this, nobody helped her. She had to figure out how to do it. So all these freshmen have to figure out and do it. Instead of taking them in under their wing and going, hey, look, this is how things run. This is how we do this shit. This is how you're going to be most successful in Congress. They're not doing that. They're just like, hey, fuck you.
So everybody wanting the school debt forgiven. I get it. Everybody wants to pay less than they
Everybody
have to pay.
wants to be free.
I get it. If somebody's like, hey, we're going to give you fucking $500,000 tomorrow, go do what you will, I'd be like, fuck, please, I'll take $500,000.
I don't know if I would, man.
The thing is, yeah, I mean, it's always going to come with.
It comes from somewhere.
strings,
Yeah, it comes from somewhere. Somebody has to pay that money.
It's back to the slave thing.
Unless Mike, you want to give me $500,000? I know you carry that around in your fucking wallet.
What's the math? So he's tried to buy his way into presidency.
He's already spent.
When he could have just put what, $1 million into catastrophic for everybody. What was your numbers?
$1 million. So Bloomberg really should have been thinking more of what are the problems.
By the people, not the position.
And this is what I'm talking about as far as the Democrats. They don't really believe what they're saying. Bloomberg has enough money that he could actually affect the things that people are talking about. Like Bloomberg really could give everybody in the United States $1 million of catastrophic health insurance. He could do that. And not only could he do that,
he wouldn't even have to put up $1 million per person. It would just be he would set up an insurance company.
Not only could he do that, he could do that and not really affect his bottom line. So he could do that. Bloomberg could literally tomorrow, if he wanted to, go, hey, you know what we're gonna do? Fuck this Social Security problem. I'm gonna put $1 million for every single working person in the United States into Social Security. There, boom.
You wouldn't actually even take $1 million per person. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not, the money doesn't really exist.
It doesn't really exist. So he could do those two things. Imagine if he did those two things. Nobody could touch that. Nobody could be like, oh, well, Bloomberg's just trying to buy he's trying to buy the election now. He gave $700 million. $700 million just in TV ads. How many people could that clothe, feed, house? How much good shit could he actually have done with that money versus just giving it to his pals at CBS, NBC, fucking Facebook? That's just TV ads. And I know everybody has seen 1 million of his fucking ads on Facebook, Twitter, all that. He's spending serious fucking cash. That if he really wanted to be different than the rest of these goons that are running for president, he could have just went out and did good things with the money. And then people would be like, oh, hey, look, fucking Joe Biden's talking about saving people. Mike Bloomberg's actually out there saving people.
Do you think it affects your FICO score, having college debt like that? I think as long as you're paying on it, it doesn't. I think the more debt you have, the better your score probably is. There's a ratio to it, but
yeah, but there is some drawback. There is some drawbacks to having that debt.
So my thought, where I'm going with this is, so if it affects you, what would it affect you? It might put you in a higher interest rate to buy a vehicle. It might affect you buying a house or something, but you shouldn't be buying a fucking house anyways. You should start a fucking company. The company buys a house. You rent the fucking house from the company that you fucking sit on the board of. Like, it's all tax stuff. Like, you shouldn't. It shouldn't fucking change anything in your life.
Yeah, but you can't form a company if your major was gender studies.
Well, you can't.
Underwater.
I mean, yeah,
Underwater
I
gender
hear what
study.
you're saying. They're just thinking wrong.
Yeah, well, that's the
Because
problem.
I think most of them, they don't want to work.
Or if you decided to get a major in something that was last year's technology.
Go fucking pick up shit that people are throwing away and fucking sell it. I don't have the fix for them. I don't know.
You can't. The problem is there's no fix for those people who went down that path.
Instead of
They have
making
to
posts
just
on
continue.
Facebook, fucking watch fucking YouTube about. Just type in YouTube. How can I make money today? You'll be amazed what comes up.
Yeah, you'd be amazed at what money.
Fucking,
comes up.
I'm like, shit, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. And then we start fucking doing it. And I'm like, why am I doing all these other things when what we do right now is working? We rein back in and come do this. But it's just the chase. It's the excitement. To
How
see
about
if we can
rabbit
fucking build
taxidermy?
it.
Can we do rabbit taxidermy?
We could, but why would we do that when I can buy these rabbits for $35 and I can sell these rabbits for $100? I totally could. But what's the learning
They
curve?
are very soft.
What's the learning curve? Plus, I don't like getting my hands dirty.
I feel like
I like this wire right here.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's probably so you could hang them up.
I think they're posable. They're called soft mount. Oh, maybe there's bones in there. I better not bend on that too hard. There's something in that one. Easter, my friend. Easter.
Easter is coming.
Oddities. Buy low, sell high. That's what it comes down to. It's we find these baby skeletons, right? They look like 5, 6, 7, 8-month-old babies, and they're resin. It's creepy, right? Great Halloween shit, or just somebody that fancies themselves a fucking weirdo, whatever it is, wherever you have it. I've got a dozen of them. And I was buying them from these dudes, and they're like $120, and they look crazy, and people are like, is that a real baby skeleton? It's just the conversation. I found the exact same thing. It doesn't matter where I found it. I'm not going to tell you. I found the exact same thing for $30, and I bought these for $120. They're the exact same thing. We just have to put them in boiling water so that we can pose the limbs a little different, take the shitty plastic base off, put a wood base, and scuff them up and make them look dirty like they'd sat in a fucking or forgotten laboratory for a little while, and then we can sell them for $120. I have probably 15 minutes of time, 15 minutes of labor into them, and I turned $35 into $120, and everybody's selling them for $120. So do I come in and then watch all the people hitting them up at $120 and backdoor it and go, hey, I'll sell you the exact same thing. Here's some photos. These are right here. I can ship them tomorrow. I'll give them to you for $100. Anybody can do that with anything. You just have to fucking do the Google search and find it. And when you see the post, take whatever they're posting, type it into Google, find it, take some more wording, tweak it a little bit. Within 5-6 moves, you've got the fucking source. And when I'm buying them for $35, you hit them up and you go, what's my magic number? It's usually a gross or however many will fit in a shipping container. Not a shipping container, but a shipping box. So if they're $35 a piece, how many of these do I have to buy? What if I buy a dozen of them or 6 dozen of them? Where's the magic number where I get these for $20? And I still sell them for the same price. And then I have one of my employees come in on the weekend, or I hire another person and show them how to do these babies, and we build 120 of them at a time. And then what do we upsell it with? What else can we sell in that same genre? That's just one example. There's thousands of those.
I always think lazy.
Convenience. People pay for convenience.
But it's lazy.
Or comfort.
Always think lazy. How lazy can people be? If you come up with an idea that makes it lazy for people, they will always go to it. I'll give you an example. Walmart. The reason why people went to Walmart instead of going to 10 different stores in town was because Walmart had all the shit there. They could get their fucking eggs and their nails at the same time, walk out of the store and go home. They didn't have to go to 10 places. It's the same reason why people use Amazon. Because Amazon has taken the Walmart model but said, hey, we're going to make it even lazier for you. You don't even have to leave your house. We'll ship nails right to your house. And you went, oh my God. That's what I've always wanted, was be able to get my fucking pizza and nails sent right to my house. It's always about the lazy way to do it. If you figure out a way where people don't have to fucking do anything, where they're just like, all I have to do is push one button. Like, I guarantee you, if Amazon...
They have it. It's called the easy button thing.
Yeah, if Amazon 2.0 came out and you just had to blink your eyes and fucking toilet paper would appear in your front yard, everybody would be like, fuck yeah, toilet paper. It's just, you just have to figure out something that allows other people to be super lazy. So they don't have to have their own dreams. They just, I could just sit in my living room and watch fucking TV. And all this shit just shows up. It's like Grubhub. That's just lazy. It's because people are like, you can get, think about this. McDonald's. Fucking McDonald's. It takes at most 3 minutes for them to fucking make you a hamburger, throw it out the window, and you leave. McDonald's, one of the laziest places you could go to get food.
I heard 70% of McDonald's money comes through the drive-thru.
Yeah, and you can get McDonald's brought to your house. You know why? Because people are lazy. So you're paying a premium.
You stand to make a lot of money.
Yeah, people pay a premium to be lazy.
Well, I don't have a car, Jeff.
Come on, man.
I don't have a car.
You can almost, if you got a good enough YouTube channel, Tesla will give you a fucking car.
Is that true?
They will give you a car so you can take McDonald's to people's houses.
You better step our game up.
Well, we got to do more outside stuff. We got to do more things that are car related, and then Tesla will give us a car.
We just follow around.
I honestly think the only reason why we don't have a Tesla is because Elon's scared. Because I put the M1 Abrams challenge on his ass, and that's a lot of tonnage. I get it. I get it.
Is this truck really going to be that? Oh, I just said this truck's ugly. We're never getting a Tesla. Is this truck really going to be that silly looking?
No, it's not. He won't.
There's two other companies making them. The Heavy D guy from Diesel Brothers is in with somebody, but that thing looks pretty fucking badass.
By the time it comes out, it'll have to look cooler. Or people.
How long are we gone?
About an hour.
Are your Rayovac batteries dead yet?
We're good.
Right. You need to hand crank that thing a little bit. Get some more juice in the battery.
I'm hungry.
I think he's just 70 tons. That's the problem, Elon. I know that the battery technology is not quite there for the Abrams yet. Don't be scared. You want to go to Mars. You should be able to make a tank drive around on a fucking battery. Come on,
I think he's a hologram and he is in Mars.
That he's already there
Yeah.
on Mars?
Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible. Or he is...
He goes chicks on Mars.
I think... There has to be. Why else would you...
Are we going to get to Mars like today? We went on a field trip today and it was weird. There were sex toys just coming out of the ground where we were.
Yeah.
Is that how Mars is going to be?
Just sex toys? Did you ever hear my idea about Mars?
No.
So if I was Bloomberg, right? Bloomberg's got $65 billion. Or Bezos. Because Bezos...
Explain what the difference between a million and a billion is. Because people don't grasp that.
It's a million millions.
You could spend $1 million a day for a million
years and still not spend. Bloomberg right now could start giving his money away, and he would have a hard time giving all his money away before he died. Even if he's just like taking $100 bills and throwing them out the window.
If he wanted to cash in for cash, they couldn't make it.
Yeah, they couldn't do it.
The money doesn't exist.
The government would be telling you, hey, we need you all to give us your money so we can pay Bloomberg. But if you got like $120 billion, so you're Bezos, right? This is what I would do. If I was Bezos, I would have the Chinese, I would give it to Chinese and have a secret launch facility set up. And I would fill some sort of capsule full of lawn chairs, beers, and maybe a fucking a travel trailer, right? Airstream. I would find out where the rover is on Mars, and I would fire my capsule towards the rover so it ends up in front of the rover and drops all that shit on the fucking ground, just so NASA has to explain why there are fucking rednecks on Mars.
With the lawn chairs and the travel trailer.
Yeah, travel trailer and the Coors beer
they
cans.
Probably wouldn't have Airstreams.
So, anyways, that's my dream for Mars. If I had that kind of money, and I don't know why. Fucking Mike Bloomberg. Why are you even running in the fucking? Who wants to be president if you've got that kind of money?
Because Trump was mean to him at some point.
Yeah, that I believe that's the only thing it is.
They don't like each other.
Did you? Oh man, I just don't get it. You said it yourself. You bought 41 Senate seats. So you bought 41 Senate seats.
Isn't that illegal?
Well, yeah, it is very illegal.
But he fucking said it.
But he said you bought 41 Senate seats, and you want to run for president? Why couldn't you just buy the presidency? Why couldn't you just give fucking? I bet if you give fucking Biden $1 billion, if you give Joe $1 billion, he'll do whatever the fuck you want him to do. He'll do whatever. He'll be like, "What's up, Bloomberg?"
So who's it going to be? Is it going to be Bernie and Trump?
Oh no. Sorry, I hate the. I know the Bernie Bros are voting, but the Democratic Party will not allow.
So who's it going to be?
It's going to be Biden and fucking Trump.
Biden's going to be the president?
No, I'm sorry. It's going to be Biden against Trump.
As the president.
Versus,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Trump's going to win. But,
who's his second going to be, Warren?
Well, there's a small rumor right now that it's going to be.
See the commercial they made her trying to do rock star shit?
Yeah. So the way Warren is aligning herself, she is aligning herself with Bernie. As if Bernie gets the nomination, Warren is trying to be his vice president. Buttigieg just dropped out of the race.
Who is she?
He is
Buttigieg's the dude?
Yeah, he. But yeah, Warren is all Bernie. That's why she spent the last debate just attacking Bloomberg, because she's trying to get on Team Bernie so she can be here's the most important thing. For you people out there in voting land, it doesn't matter who the Democratic presidential nominee is. It doesn't matter. It's who is the vice president. Because right now, all the people in the race that could possibly be president are older than Donald Trump. That's right. Bernie Sanders and fucking Dum Dum are both older than Donald Trump. And Donald's 76, I think, or 75.
Where's Hillary in all this?
She's laying low. I feel like she's just gonna. I feel like because tomorrow's Super Tuesday. That's gonna be the big day when we find out. She's got to be in her 60s, late 60s. I feel like she's gonna jump out of the bushes and be like, "I'm here. I'm gonna save the party." But
maybe she's dead.
She can't, because Bloomberg has more money than her, and Bloomberg is going to definitely, as long as it's not Bernie Sanders, because he already said.
Where's
Bernie Sanders?
Ginsburg?
Oh, she's just like, I guarantee you, she's like, please, I can't make 4 more years. Yeah, she's still kicking, but it's not going to be good. If he gets elected again,
I'll bet they reanimated her.
Maybe. She's not going to be able to hold out for 4 more years, especially if Trump.
I got to eat something.
Okay, John's got to eat something. Hey, and if you're a Democrat, I'm sorry. I don't like Republicans either, but you know what the difference between a Democrat and a Republican is?
You can be born again.
Republicans don't have their hand in my pocket 24 hours a day like you Democrats. Yeah.